Hello my dears, this is Sarah from She Holds Dearly. I hit Joann's on the way home from church and I bought a lot of flowers to work with, ones that appealed to me. I grabbed these little bouquets, had the little, I liked this one because it had the little cabbages in it. Love those for the spring. So I have just a few ideas, and I might actually do a couple. Well, I'll show you kind of my process. And disclaimer, I am not a flower arranger. I just kind of have some things that have helped me over the years, and so I'll pass them on to you if this is kind of an area of struggle. I do find that people are pretty intimidated by flower arranging, and I don't know if it's as hard as people say it is. Although you can actually like go to school for this, and I've never been. I'll just show you what I do. So I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of stuff. Now you can go grab real ones. Those, if they're in their yard, those are going to be more economical. And sometimes I'll mix real and faux together, and that's always an option. Just depends on what your resources are, how much you want to spend. This stuff is not cheap. I just dropped, even had a coupon, and I think I still spent spent $80 on flowers. And this isn't all of them. I have some upstairs that I'm going to take back. This is most of them. So yeah, faux flowers are not necessarily cheap, but up front it might be more of an investment, but they could last for years. So that's my logic there. I'm always gonna go faux if I can, and if I like it. I've just bought. I'll hit Trader Joe's for fresh ones, and I like Costco for fresh ones. But I've bought a lot of fresh flowers just to do photo shoots and things, and in a week it's garbage. So it's in the compost pile. So with the amount of decorating that I do, and with the amount that I'm guessing you do, because you're even watching this, and we're all like, this is our thing, we love, this is our art form, is decorating our homes and things, and for holidays and parties and stuff. I'm guessing that you may think like me too, and just go, I don't mind investing once in a while, but I do need this to last a long time. That explains why I'm using faux flowers. Number one, this is my first secret to flower arranging that will help you. It is to use what's called a frog. Okay, so I bought this at Target. This is Smith & Hawkins. Look how nice that is. So compared to my head, it's pretty big vase. Let's see, I have the tag around here. I was gonna show you the tag. I think I paid 20 bucks. That is such a great brand at the Target stores. Really classy. So bought this darling vase, and what I really liked about it was that it had the frog. Okay, so frogs have been around a long time, and you can like keep your eyes open for them, like in antique stores and thrift shops and stuff. But the other thing you can do, if you don't have one, you can't find what you want, just get some chicken wire, which you can get at Joann's. I just saw it. I was just over there in the floral section. There is little strips like this wide, and it's rolled up like a big ribbon, and for under $10 you can get some chicken wire. And I would use that in mason. So get mason jars, so either pint size or quart size, and cut a little circle with wire cutters, and put that down, and then screw the ring on, and then use it like that. So what I like about frogs is that you can get the stems to kind of get more full, because you can put them in at an angle and it will hold it better. I don't know that it's so important to like follow any kind of a pattern or anything. I don't think that's necessarily the best part about frogs, because I'm not always into formulas with things. But as far as like being able to angle something and have it hold in there at a nice angle when you want it to like droop over on one side or something, that's what they're good for. The next thing you're gonna wanna do, that's my first secret. The next one is to use faux. We've talked about that. And then within that depth, this is where it gets a lot more detailed. So to me, there's 3 things that I'm looking for when I'm trying to put a bouquet together. So I want something that's like a focal point. So that could be a color, or it could be a big, beautiful flower. And you would just want a couple of those together. I love the kind of like big, loose farmhouse, wildflower looks with bouquets. I don't like them to look too professional or too, I don't want it to look like it was like perfect for a funeral or something. I just love the just the real feminine, loose, airy bouquets. And so those are gonna guide me today as I put a couple together for you. Let's see, one color, that's what I'm getting to. You wanna think one color, and the rest I keep different shades of greens and whites. Okay, or I mean, you could even just do greens and whites. I love that look too. But so I'm gonna put together, I got some blues. Aren't those kind of fun? Okay, and then I got these are kind of, I think these are called hollyhocks. And I like that it was really tall and kind of crazy. So you need to get some crazy stuff when you're shopping for flowers or you're out cutting. You want some big pieces or bright. Got some of these orange ranunculus, and I think these are called bittersweets. I got these are gonna be my focal points on one of mine, and then I got some blues. So I grabbed the hollyhock, then I got filler pieces. So I just grabbed stuff like this. These are actually like olive tree branches, little tiny detail stuff, okay? So you got your statement pieces and then your fillers, which are little tiny things, and lots of different shades of greens, okay? So then I grabbed some of this. This almost looks like mistletoe. There is on one of the end aisles, already pulling this one apart, but on the end aisles, they have these little spring bouquets at Joann's, which I thought were really cute. And they have the cabbages. Oh, the light really messes with the white whenever I show you guys white, but you see the little cabbage in there? I actually bought the bouquets just for that because I loved it. So lots of filler pieces. And then the third thing that I try to have on hand are like really loose drapey pieces that I plan to either have like really tall, like kind of dripping out the side, the top, or like off the side. So things like ferns are good. I just grabbed this. Anything that's like kind of like a weeping willow feel, grab something like that, okay? These little bit of it, and I can bend these down. They are wired, so I can get more droop if I want. Okay, so those are the things I'm looking for when I go to make a bouquet. And I got my frog. So now I just need to find my wire cut. Okay, wire cutters. And you know what? I'm gonna say the third one right now just because I think it's gonna be easier in the end. It is to add water. That's my third secret. So even if it's fake, just put water in there. It's probably not as good for them, but it makes it look more legit, right? Let's make our blue one first. And I have wire cutters. And these are sometimes a real pain to cut, but we'll just deal with it. And this is needle nose plier, and you probably already know this, but there are wire cutters right there on needle nose pliers. So I just have them both. Oh, did I show you this one? I grabbed cherry blossoms or something. I don't know, I just like this one because it was nice and tall, and might need that. So let's go ahead, let's get some fillers in here first. I'm gonna take off the tags. We're gonna put in some of my olive branches, which are too tall. So let's cut this one down. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of this. And I do find that even though I sometimes will plop down a bunch of money for my fake stems, that they're such a good thing to have on hand. I'll like stick them in baskets and buckets and things all year long as I'm decorating. They're a good one to have. Okay, so I kind of have some fillers. I don't want these big leaves. Just the little white flowers and the little tiny leaves. I need to start thinking about where my focal point is gonna go into this bouquet. So I really want the hollyhocks. Let's do these. This is gonna be a hard one to cut. Just bend it back and forth with this. There we go. It snaps. That might be a little tall, but I can cut it down later. Okay, let's add in some of these little, I don't know, I'm calling them thistles. Ooh, I'm starting to like it. Starting to get this going. I am now gonna mess with some side, like droopy filler. Not filler, what did I call it? Like my ferns and stuff. Let's bring some of these in. The droopy ones. Okay, I'm gonna add in some droopy stuff underneath. So I felt like there was starting to become, there's a little bit of a hole here, like a bald patch. And so I am gonna start adding in some of my taller droopy stuff into the middle. Oh, it's pretty cute. I might take an inch off. I'll take an inch off and then fill a couple of little bit bare spots, and then I think we're done. And we'll do our orange bouquet. There we go. There we go, ta-da! There she is, kind of feminine and farmhousey. And okay, so now I'm gonna pull it apart, and I think I'm just gonna pull my blues out, and because this is a good base for what I've shown you, and let's just put the orange in, and look at that. And then I'm gonna pull the blues out and add in some ranunculus. There you go. And I always try to like look at it from all the angles. And like throughout the day, or not throughout the day, but like over the next couple weeks, if I wanna tweak it a little, I always can. This is pretty much what I'm going with. So there you go. I hope you guys got a lot of good information out of that. Take care.